This is about FuturePulse, which is a European project with 8 different partners. And, well, the clumsy claim is revolutionizing the music industry. What we actually want to do is to give labels and artists much more insight on where their music is, who is listening to it, who is likely going to listen to it in the future, and how you can make the most out of your music distribution. Okay, so make music distribution more effective and profitable. So we want to do that by gathering all the different sources where you can get information of where your music is spread on the internet, on music services and so on. Not only music services, but also on radio and so on. This is a 3 years project. 2 years have passed already, so there's 1 year to go. So it's an ongoing research project. So this is not finished yet. What I'm going to show you is like early stage, beta, alpha, whatever you want to call it. It's unfinished, but we are on a good track on delivering what we claim there. This is the partners, so you will have here Soundtrack Your Brand listened to. This is, by the way, a Spotify spin-out company. That's the one who selects music for different stores. There's BMAT in Barcelona Music Audio Technology. So they specialize in radio monitoring. Hundreds of thousands of radio stations in the world, they are monitored by them. So if your song is distributed and it goes on radio airplay, most often they will know where it's played on the globe. That's us, Musimap. So who of you has heard about IRCAM? Anyone knows IRCAM? Like in Paris, in the heart of Paris, you have the Centre Pompidou, the museum, but it also underground, underneath that place, it has this center called IRCAM Centre Pompidou. And this is, well, I'm not so good at French, but Institute of Research for Acoustics and Music and something like this. So it's a research institution for audio and music, and they're doing great stuff in music analysis as well. We have ATC and ITI from Greece, who analyze social media mostly, and then Payground is a label from Sweden. The Rasmus probably is the most famous band in their label roster. So I mentioned it. So here we also want to integrate audio analysis, but it's more about audience analysis than audio. So we want to get all the different sources of music information that you can get on social media, on YouTube, Spotify, Deezer, all the platforms, and also the radios. And what we want to do is we want to first of all give you a platform that visualizes all the different data that is coming from the music listening. How often an artist name is named on Twitter, how often the songs are played on Spotify, whether people put remix on SoundCloud and things like that. But then we want to also predict the future. Sounds easier than it is. But we want to predict how the popularity of a song or an artist is going to evolve, and also the genres. So we have 3 use cases that we want to give nice demos by the end of the project, which is like in 11 months. So the 3 use cases are for music services, record labels, and event organizers. So who of you is actually in the event organization, like festivals? No one? Yeah, festival organization. Who of you is more on the label side, music label? No one? Anyone who works at a streaming service? Yes? What streaming service? Explore Music.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's the same app like Cloud Music in Denmark.
Okay, I'd like to hear more about it afterwards. Okay. Yeah, so there are already platforms where you can get like on a web page nicely aggregated what's going on the different streaming services and download services. There still are. But we want to extend that and put also internet, broadcast radio, TV, radio, social media into it, and add that aspect of popularity, audience groups, like target groups, trends, and predictions. For the event organizers, we also want to gather, like, you have a lot of information on social media before and after events, like in festivals like this, there's a lot of social media buzz before, during and after. Then you know about the ticket sales, but if you combine all of this, you can get much more information of who are the people who come to the festival, what do they expect, which kind of artists do they like, how you should program the festival the next time, or how you should program the next festival. We also want to detect emerging artists that are not appearing at any festival yet, and we want to hint you're the event organizers, right? We want to hint you at those new coming artists even before they even get big on the social media. Yeah, and for the streaming platforms. So, real-time indexing is a keyword here. So we do that like every night. We get an update of Spotify, Deezer, YouTube, you name it, all these sources, but also the airplay monitoring from the day before. We aggregate all of this every night and then build this platform. How will this platform look like? So these are prototypes right now. So you enter this platform, you get the last listened artists, the events that are going on, most popular tracks, and yeah, other trending tracks. And then, for example, you click on an artist and you get here a quick overview of social media, like Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, a little bit of demographics, like how many free and premium users listen to the artist, how many male, female, and so on. You can do that per country also in a later stage. And then we have all these graphs and you can compare them. So you can directly compare Deezer fans versus Spotify followers. So this one goes up stronger than this one. Facebook fans, you're losing Facebook fans for whatever reason. So maybe you should do something on Facebook for your fans in this moment. Spotify has a popularity index that goes up and down. And then there's YouTube subscribers, YouTube viewers, and so on. And we give you this kind of interactive graph where you can put them on top of each other, so you clearly see that Spotify takes more off than Deezer, for example. Or how all of these relate to each other, or users in different countries. We do that also for genres, genre trend analytics. So this is an example. You can just select any genre you want. I've chosen hip hop here, and then a number of different countries. I have selected here Austria versus United Kingdom. The light blue curve is United Kingdom, and the black one is Austria. And this is the evolvement of hip hop in the two countries. So in Austria it really goes down and a little bit up again. And UK hip hop is more popular at the moment. You can do that for any genre and any combination of countries. And now this is the new thing, and this is we're gonna refine in the upcoming month the prediction of a song's popularity in the future. So it's hard to see for you. This is an early prototype. We have again here YouTube views that went up here and then slowed down a little bit. And then this one here, I think, is Spotify popularity. No, this one is Spotify popularity. This is YouTube likes, I believe. This is the view. No, I don't really clearly see it from the color. But anyway, what you hardly see, there's dotted lines here that predict how is this going to evolve. So okay, this might be easier here because it's pretty much obvious how this is going to evolve. But there are others, like Spotify's popularity, that go up and down. And then we want to give you a tool where you can really rely on and see to a certain degree of accuracy that this artist or this song is going to make it or is going to flatten out, and you maybe should focus on another artist or another track if you want to feature it in a campaign. So to summarize this in an overview, we want to really give you a great tool that can do artist success prediction, track popularity prediction, genre trend analysis, and then also to match the music to listener profiles, brands, and target groups. Yeah, this is another view of the platform. So this is the band the Rasmus. You get a few indicators here, monthly listeners on Spotify. You get here the Spotify popularity, the YouTube subscribers. You can check on any date how the status was. And here you have also annotations, like on this date there was the Sónar festival, so it was a little bit of a rise. Then there was some release of an album and events like this, which are usually important because they heavily affect such popularity trends. Festival like Waves, for example, for new bands. Okay, so this is the overview of FuturePulse. We have, if you want to follow that project, there is Twitter, Facebook here, FuturePulse 2020, or futurepulse.eu, because this is ongoing and will be launched in about 11 months. But we invite early testers already to test the platform. So the target groups, I have mentioned it, for this platform are record labels, event organizers, and streaming services. So you could try that out. And now I'm going to show you a demo of this one. So the interface will probably be polished later on again, but you can scroll here through the artists first, or search one. I have Marilyn Manson here, for example. But I'm not sure if he's tracked. So you get the songs. And then here are the timelines. I have to go back, I have to choose. Yeah, it's here. Okay, this is Spotify popularity. It goes up and down. I can add Deezer streams, for example, or Facebook fans, YouTube subscribers. Okay, so you have this comparison. You can also zoom in to a certain area to see more. Okay. There were the cities there, but let's go to the track page next. Slow here. Okay, yeah, you get a similar curves for the track, and then here you get all the analysis results of that track, blue and green. So you get the BPM, D minor, instrumental, spectral energy. You get the moods: passionate 88%, cool 87%, refined 85%. It's jazz, pop, soul jazz, vocal jazz, big band. I like the situation that it detected here: promises, and rhythmic moods like flowing, lyrical, staccato. Is there more? No, not on this one. Okay, and then we can go to the genre trends. Anyone wants to name me a genre in 2 different countries? Genre.
Dubstep.
Sorry, dubstep?
Dubstep, yeah, in Germany.
Yeah.
And UK.
Dubstep. Germany. Okay. Okay. It seems dubstep doesn't have any data. Let's try something else. Either we don't have the data for Germany or we don't have the data for these genres. Electronic works. Garage. Okay, not everything is working on this portal as of now, but I think you get the idea. It's already started tracking. So one important thing we need to know is also, in order to do that and to do the predictive power, we need to track all those artists and songs weeks beforehand. So I cannot, like in the other demo for analyzing the BPM or the moods or the genres, I can do it instantly. You can go on YouTube, pick any song you want and feed it into the system and it gives you results. But for the popularity tracking, we need at least 4 weeks of data. So you would need to you need to say which artist, which song you want to track, and then some weeks later you get the first results. So this is a bit the drawback of this trend analysis, because you need some historic data on it. Yeah. Are there questions about this? Mm-hmm.
How does this partnership work? Because there's all huge organizations, it seems,
yeah.
mainly. How do you work together? And
are you familiar with European funding schemes like the Horizon 2020 and stuff? So yeah, there's a global budget, but it's distributed among the partners. Then the work is distributed. Obviously, we work together and have a lot of calls and distribute the work, so to be aligned. But it's kind of split up into parts and portions and responsibilities. And right now it's in R&D phase, so it's not even possible, I think, to commercialize it within this year, within the project. At the end of the project, which is August next year, we have to find a commercial agreement among the partners and to license it and commercialize it. And, well, in this last year, this is going to be established and discussed how this platform is going to be really commercialized. So right now it's in beta test phase. You see it is there, it basically works, but it has some glitches. So that's exactly the reason why we would like to invite people who would like to try this early on to give us a feedback of what they need, what they want to have added, what doesn't work and what should work, and how to enhance it. If you want to be that people, we invite you.
I think I missed the part. What's actually the database coming from?
So here, so the first part of my talk, where it was a lot about music analysis, we work with a streaming service to get to the audio data. Here, we track a lot of online statistics data from YouTube, Spotify, Deezer, and then BMAT is responsible for the radio monitoring, and we get the data directly from these companies. Yeah. Other questions? Yes. Could you speak a bit louder?
They always talk about how you built
The
the predictive model.
predictive model. So there's also methods from artificial intelligence and machine learning in here that analyze this kind of time series here. But they also look at how the different sources correlate. Like, why is Deezer going down and Spotify going up? We try to find those reasons too. It's also interesting that those models learn patterns. Like in Spotify, we observed that from Monday to Sunday, there's always like a peak, I think on Saturday or something like this. So these models learn this also. It's actually not exactly what we really want, because we want to get the big trends overall. So we actually try to filter that out. Then another interesting thing is that YouTube views and the likes, they usually go up together. Like you have millions of YouTube views maybe, and then thousands of likes. So the scale is different, but they go synchronous up. Usually views and likes don't go down, but sometimes it happens. But it's interesting to see that some artists have a divergence between likes and views, and to analyze why that is also some tracks have much more comments than others, and it's also interesting. So these are the things that suddenly pop up as interesting, and it could interest you as an artist or as a label as well. Why does this one track have 5 times as many comments than another track? We can analyze that. I don't know the answer right now. Other questions? Okay, I'll thank you for being here and coming here in a high number of people. May I take a picture of the audience? And I'm around in case you have more questions or want my contact information, or want to see another demo or try your own Spotify or Deezer account. So we can do the You Are What You Listen To, I can do with Spotify and Deezer if you're interested. Okay, thank you very much.